So here's another Bitcoin analysis for the day. Guys, BTC is crashing exactly as we predicted. We've been talking about this crash for the past 4 weeks, guys. I started talking about this crash when the market was still looking as if it's going to pump in this zone. But I told you guys something that we are going to 90K. I've been saying this over and over. Every single video I've been uploading, the records are there. Check my previous video that I've been making a Bitcoin analysis for the past 4 weeks, and you see that I'm talking about 90K specifically. Now, I told you guys that I don't think this market is going to push from that level, that we're going to crash. Why? Because there's what we call change in state of delivery. If you trade ICT, you understand what I'm trying to say. This is basically when the market creates highs and tries to create a new high, then manipulates, clears liquidity, comes down, creates an engulfing candle, and starts to target lower liquidity. And in this case now, looking at the weekly structure, where do we have major liquidity in this market? This is one of them over here, which is the engineered or external liquidity. Then over here, we have the internal liquidity. Now, what will price do after taking out this liquidity? What it will basically do is that it's going to tap into, let's say, an order block or a neckline liquidity zone, and it's going to continue. Now, this is if the market if the bull cycle or the crypto cycle is still on. If this is the end of the cycle, what we're going to see is that we're going to see the market basically just doing something like this and boom, boom, boom. If you see anything like this, maybe price disrespecting this particular weekly zone over here, it is over for crypto. Forget anybody on YouTube telling you to buy the dip, buy now that is cheap. Load your bags. Don't load any bags. I told you guys also in my WhatsApp channel, and my WhatsApp community, this is not the time to be buying coins, right? This is the time to hold your USDT so that you can dollar cost average when the time is right. Now, when are we to expect a reversal? Well, we can't say yet, but if we start seeing a reversal in the market, potential reversal in the market, this channel will be the only channel that will first of all make that call. The same way we are the only channel that make the call of this crash 4 weeks ago, before it started, the crash started happening. So if you want to subscribe to this channel, if you're a crypto investor, you trade BTC, you trade crypto, this is the channel you should be subscribed to, guys. Now, this is a signal we sent in our private channel, private WhatsApp group, where we sold a few hours ago before the final or this particular current crash that we're seeing in the market right now. So as you can see, this is the entries, our stop loss over here. Stop loss over here. Now, I already closed some position over here because I was still paying attention to this key level. Then this is our TP, this is another TP over here. Now, this signal was sent in the private community. Now, it's not really expensive to be in our private community, it's just like 20 USD per month, right? Because there we share, that's where I share my NGSAT trade and my own personal trade updates. Now, I also share some of them in our free WhatsApp community, so make sure to check the link below this video so that you can get started. Now, the question now is this: where is BTC heading to in the meantime? How should I trade BTC, or how should you trade BTC? Now, to answer that question, first of all, we'll have to look at the higher time frame, which we are doing right now. Where is the market actually heading to? Then where should you wait to see takes a trade or take setups? Now, like I said, the first bus stop of this market is going to be 97K. Now, why do I say 97K? If I use my golden zone strategy and map out this weekly structure, we can see, I told you guys something in my last video, I think in my last two videos, where I told you guys something about this level over here. I said that this is the 50% discount zone on the weekly time frame, and we're going to see reaction on that level. And as you can see, last week price came to that level, reacted like we're now bullish. I knew that it was just a reaction to the 50% discount zone. It is not it was not a reversal. So I was not hoping that price would just continue upward. No, I knew that price was going to come down again. So now that price is coming down, where is it heading to? The first level of the golden zone, which is around 95K. That is why our trade, which I just showed you guys right now, right? That's why we have these targets over there, because that's where the market is going on the daily. So now, if you want to take trades, let's say day trades, all right, or short-term trade, you go down to the 4-hour time frame. What you want to look out for is the market structure that has been created on the 4-hour time frame. And as you can see, one thing I love BTC is that once it's making moves like this, it creates perfect and clean market structure. We actually took a trade in our in the general group today. Took a sell over here, I think, yeah, over here, and then closed it around this area. Now, as you can see over here, we're creating of break of structure. So this is actually where we had the change of character. This is when I confirmed that the market was going to conduct that was when it confirmed the potential crash in the market. So as you can see, we have this change of character over here. Then we have this break of structure. Don't mind my drawings, guys. I have this break of structure. So what should you be expecting if you want to take day trade or you want to hop into a sell trade and target 95k, 97k? Basically, what you need to do, let me show you something. Now remember, I still apply my neckline strategy. I combine both neckline and smart money most times. So we have this neckline over here. Then we also have another neckline over here. We have a series of necklines. So basically what you might want to do, if the market permits you, because sometimes moves like this, you might not really see good retracement. You might just see the market continue to shoot. So if the market permits you, what I would advise is that you want to wait for price to kind of retrace into this neckline, because what will normally happen in that neckline is that on the 1 hour time frame, right, it should create some kind of order block or 15 minutes or thereabouts. So, but there's no other block. So I don't really think this market is going to retrace. But if, let's say, for example, you see a retracement, let's say, for example, you see maybe, let's say the market continue to go down and you see some retracement. Now, you want to look out for a 1 hour bearish order block, right? And you map out that zone as your point of interest. Now, if you don't see that and market start retracing from here, then this level over here, using this previous bullish order block, will now become a zone, right, for you to look out for price to bounce from. Then you can now take a sell from that level. So this is actually the key level that if I am not in a trade and I want to hop into a trade to target 97, 95k, this is where I want price to retrace to. But if the market continues to do, let's say something like this, let's say we'll see a sharp push downward, then we'll see this. Then basically what I will do is to mark out this neckline, and also mark out this inverse neckline. Then I will now zoom, you will now zoom into the 1 hour time frame and check if there's a bearish order block over here, right? Or a bearish order block over here. All right, so that will now be your points of interest. But if you don't see that and you start to see the market retrace from the current zone we are as at the time of recording this video, then you want to wait for price to retrace back into this key level, because that is where you have liquidity that will push down the market. And to see price retrace into this level, then you can now start selling. So that's basically what you might want to do if you want to sell the market and you're not in any trade right now. So guys, we are still going down to 90k. Don't buy into crypto yet. Forget about what the media is saying. Buy the bottom, buy now that is crashing. No, like I always say, guys, don't buy because you feel like you should buy. Don't buy because I even say you should buy. No, buy because it is buying. Then sell because it is selling. As you can see, the market is selling, so you want to be selling. The market start buying, you want to be buying. You are not the market maker. You don't make decisions in the market, so you are not the one to move the market. All you do is follow the trend, follow the market. That is what you do as a trader, right? So, guys, let's see how it goes. Take care, guys, and do have a lovely trading week. Bye.